Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button right here right now. Hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumb as we go along if you're enjoying the content. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 asexual stories, love, life and sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. And it's real life asexual stories, and we discuss everything from what it's like to be asexual in a highly sexualized world, the benefits of being asexual, all to what the difference is between sexual attraction, sexual desire and arousal, masturbation, all that type of thing, because there seems to be some real confusion over the differences between like arousal, sexual attraction, and sexual desire, for example. And I think the asexuals in this book do a good job of explaining the differences. And some people have slightly different opinions as well in this. That's really interesting. Anyway, links are down below for that if you haven't already checked it out. And don't forget, I'm the founder of asexualized.com and the founder of Asexualized Academy. Well, the title of this video is What Is It Like to Be a Hot and Sexy Asexual? Do you know what I mean? And I couldn't believe he said this to me. Okay, so it's very, very difficult when you're hot and sexy asexual. Like, just because someone's asexual, right? I'm asexual. I'm a heteromantic asexual. I lack sexual attraction. I don't want sex with a guy, right? I do love kissing. I do get aroused when I'm kissing, but I never want sex. I like to keep my clothes on, yeah? I'm not interested in sex. I don't get the need, urge, or want for partner sexual intercourse. It's not who I am. I have had sex in the past, because I thought I had to, because that's what society basically dictates, doesn't it? That everyone likes sex, everyone loves sex, everyone's going to have it as part of a loving, happy, healthy relationship. But I've had sex a lot less than some other people would. However, I was in a long-term relationship for 8.5 years. And my partner, that particular partner, was good at sex. But sometimes we didn't have it for like a couple of months, you know, which suited me really well. Because he wanted to do it au naturel and would rather wait to do it like that than, you know, use a barrier, use a condom basically. And so that's why he didn't mind going a couple of months without sex. So, you know, that suited me fine because I don't really want it in the first place. Wasn't bothered about it, you know. It's consensual with him, but I would rather have been doing other things. Yeah, so I seem to attract the highly sexual guys, as I know there are some asexual women who do also attract the highly sexual guys. I'm not the only one, but you know, just because you're asexual doesn't mean to say you can't be seen as hot and sexy by sexuals. You know, just because I'm asexual, I don't lack sexual attraction, I don't want sex, it doesn't mean to say there aren't guys that aren't sexually attracted to me that think I'm really hot and sexy. And I keep getting told this a lot, you know. And today I had like one of my friends messaging me for ages about how hot and sexy I was and what he'd like to do to me, basically. And it's like, oh my God. So before I go into that, you know, there was this other guy, and he came on my asexual, my asexualized page on Facebook. So if you didn't know already, I have 3 Facebook pages for asexuals. I also have 5 asexual groups that I run. And this guy, he liked my page, started messaging me, my asexualized page. Well, I think he liked it. He started messaging me on there anyway. And, you know, when I went to have a look at his profile, I mean, he's really, really good looking. Really, he's really my type, you know, short, dark hair. He's not clean shaven. He's got like a little tash. And he's from Oman. But he's a young foreign guy. And he looks, I mean, really, really, really a hot sexual guy, as in asexuals. So when I talk about a guy being hot, as in you know, as in a guy who's I'm attracted to, when I use the term I'm asexual and use the term hot, it's a guy that I'd really like to kiss. Yeah, he looks hot, as in he's very attractive aesthetically to me. When a guy says to me I'm hot, it means he wants to have sex with me, you know, if it's a sexual person saying that. So, you know, the term is not usually used by asexuals, the term hot. But I do find guys hot, as in younger foreign guys. Some of them I do want to snog, you know. I really love to kiss them because I can just tell by looking at their face. And this particular guy who contacted me, who was interested in me, on my asexualized page, you know, he actually said to me that he's looking for a relationship. I said, I can see that. I mean, he's got about 149 friends. I think they're all women on his private Facebook page, you know, and it's just like, he said he's after a girlfriend. I mean, at least he was honest. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, I didn't realise till today when I was going back through my pages how much he'd said, you know. So he'd been liking my pages and photographs and commenting, and then he'd commented on stuff like this. So he'd said, oh, I love to talk with you, sexy. First of all, he's put so beautiful and gorgeous, which is really, really nice. Bear in mind, he's saying this to a picture where I'm in a suit, right? I'm not in a sexual pose. I'm not looking sexual. I've got myself pretty much covered up. The only thing I've got on show is a little bit of my neck here, because there's a t-shirt that's up to here. Like, this top's lower than the top I've got on there. And I'm looking at my Facebook page now, by the way. So I've got my really sparkly jacket on when I went to a business conference, and my top that comes like up here. And yeah, I do look nice and pretty in the photograph, you know. And he said so beautiful and gorgeous, which it is really nice that he said that to me, you know. I mean, I think that's really nice. But, you know, he's put, can you add me? I love to talk with you, sexy. But I've already told him that I don't like sex and I'm asexual, you know. But it's nice to be called beautiful and gorgeous. I don't mind that. So I don't mind sexual guys liking the look of me. I don't have a problem with sexual guys liking the look of me and finding me hot and sexy and attractive and gorgeous and beautiful and cute. But what I have a problem with is the fact that I usually attract the highly sexual guys all the time. It's like, I want an asexual guy, not a sexual guy. It's too much. They are too sexual. You know, the ones I attract are the ones that really, really want sex badly. And it's like, you know, I mean, this guy off Facebook, right? He says, I love to talk with you, sexy. I mean, it's like, you know, and then what else has he put? So he's put stuff like, oh, so sexy, gorgeous, right? Which, you know, I think that's kind of nice. I mean, again, I'm covered up. I'm at a business seminar. It's not, I seem to be attractive to guys, even if I'm fully covered, just smiling, being myself, not doing anything sexual whatsoever, not even looking sexual. And I seem to get guys who find me very, very sexy, even though I'm not doing anything. You can't even see my top. You can only see like this bit of me. So it gets kind of crazy, you know, and the experiences. And then it's really, I find this quite funny. And then it's really funny because he's like, any woman want me? And it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, you're so desperate for sex, please. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, well, we all know how ridiculous it is. Do you know what I mean? How much, you know, that guys just really, really, you know, they just really, really need the sex, don't they? You know, it's just like crazy, absolutely crazy. But I, you know, I messaged him back and I told him that I'm asexual, not sexual, you know, and it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy, you know. So I, you know, I then had this. This was 5 days ago that happened. I then had this other guy messaging me today, who I've been friends with him on Facebook for a very, very long time. Like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years? No, probably longer than that. I found him in a group, which I thought he was asexual originally. He's definitely not. He was in a child-free group. And I assumed that the child-free group was for asexuals, but it wasn't. So I first found out I was asexual in 2014. So I think I must have been friends with him since like 2014, maybe 2015 at push, because I was friends with him in the beginning of my asexual journey. So I think it was 2014. So that's a long time, because it's 2019 now, you know. So I've known this guy a long time, but I've always known he's been interested in me from stuff he says. But he's one of those guys that's young and you know, the immature type, the ones that can't even tell you how they feel, and they find you damn attractive and would love to be in a relationship with you. They, you know, the ones that, like, you know, just make jokes and wisecracks all the time. He was like more that type of guy, you know, interested in a stack of women as usual. And I don't really, you know, I don't really like those type of guys. Those guys that are so unstrong and so weak, they can't even say to a girl, look, I really like you, I want to be with you. Do you know what I mean? I don't admire those guys at all. I just think, well, you're just immature and you know, you're not adult at all. I mean, there are younger guys, you know, like younger, that are stronger than that, you know? So anyway, this conversation started like with him started absolutely ages ago. I mean, he must have been messaging me today for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, I think. It just went on, right? And he actually told me the way he felt about me, that, you know, he would love to be in a relationship with me, which I know I'm just his sexual fantasy, basically. I've been his sexual fantasy for years, although he hasn't really said it until now. And then it all came out. I mean, everything came out of his mouth, like stuff I didn't even want to hear. And I could not believe he said this to me, right? So I told him I don't like sex. He's known I'm asexual since he's met me, right? Bear in mind, I think he met me in 2014, 2015 at the latest, right? So he's known for a very long time I'm asexual, right? And he didn't even believe me. You know, he's testing me in this, going, oh, I just wanted to make sure, like, it's like, how can someone not understand I'm asexual? If I've been educating people about asexuality till 2015, do you really think I'm going to spend my whole years of my life doing that if I'm not serious about it? Do you think I'm going to write an asexual book if I'm not seriously, genuinely asexual? Do you think I'm going to have 3 asexual pages, 5 asexual groups I run if I'm not genuinely asexual? I mean, come on. I mean, this is just him. He basically is just trying to wheedle his way into, you know, making me be sexual with him, I think, you know. So I can't believe he said this, right? You know, I said, well, you can't touch anything at all. We are not in a relationship. We'll likely never meet anyhow, you know, because he's all about he's all about, oh, I want to deeply kiss you and all the rest of it, right? And then he turns around and says, I am sure if we ever had sex, you would love it and never stop. I absolutely couldn't believe he said that to me. Do you know what I mean? This is just a typical thing that asexuals do not want to hear. You know? I would hate it and never have it with you. I hate sex. I am asexual. You can't change my sexual orientation, and I would not let you anywhere near me with that attitude. Do you know what I mean? It's just disgusting. And then he's going, oh, why do you hate sex? What made you change your mind? He doesn't understand, you know? He doesn't want to understand. That's the crux of the matter. It's not he doesn't. It's just that he's being ignorant because he doesn't want to accept the fact that a girl who's hot and sexy, well, he thinks he's hot and sexy, don't want sex with him. You know, doesn't want sex with him. And he is good looking. I mean, I think the guy who was on my asexualized page from a man's better looking. He's more my look. But, you know, this guy's good looking. I've known this for a long time, right? And I was really quite attracted to him when I first met him because I thought he was asexual, right? Because he was in a child-free group. I didn't realise that he was the opposite of that. And so when I first met him, I thought it wasn't bad looking. It's quite nice looking. But, you know, this side of stuff just puts you off. Do you know what I mean? You know, I know when I say I'm okay, you know, I'm asexual, it's the sexual orientation that is a lack of sexual attraction. You know, like, you can't change my sexual orientation. Do you know what I mean? He goes, oh, it's okay, friend, easy. It's like, friend, you know. And I said, you're being disgusting. And then he's saying, why disgusting? I respect the way you think. Okay, my friend. Okay, friend, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So I sent him the video saying asexuality is not something that needs to be fixed. Stop trying to use corrective rape. I sent him that video and said, watch this video. And then he put, you think I have been disrespectful? Like, yeah. I love you, friend. Never feel that pleased and never feel that pleased. And I am sorry. You're a very sweet girl. I wish I could feel you in reality. Still going back to sexual stuff. And then I sent him a lot. I said, yes, you are, as in disrespect to me. Your penis is not going to stop me being asexual. And to say such a thing for someone who hates sex is disgusting. Watch this video and the previous one I sent you. Educate yourself and actually be open-minded. And this was, if having sex with an asexual feels like rape, then stop doing it. And this is from my asexual channel that you're watching at the moment, right? You know? Because it just shouldn't be happening, you know? This stuff shouldn't be happening. Really, really shouldn't be happening. And then they're saying, thanks a lot, friend. Even though they've told me I'm hot or sexy, I want a relationship with you, I will do it. I didn't want to change your mind. don't say that, please, beautiful Sandra. Do you know what I mean? I put the last video is to do with a guy who is married to an asexual and feel like he's raping his wife and she does not enjoy sex. Yet he still does it and needs to stop, you know? And he goes, whoa, that is very sad, right? And I put, why would any guy who knows a woman does not like sex want to do that with her and actually do it? You would suffer like that. Yeah, it's very sad that they have 2 kids. If you would have a partner like that, I put, I won't suffer because I want an asexual guy. I would not be with this type of guy. I would not have sex. I see, but she should have told him before getting married was his answer. I would respect your body, my friend. I don't think she knew. Many people don't for a long time because everyone is led to believe that everyone likes sex when there are thousands that don't. 1% of the population is asexual. He is married to her and should stop. And if he can't live without sex and masturbate himself and use sex toys, then he should leave that relationship. The last boyfriend I had did not have sex with me, only lots of kissing, and that was great. You know, and he was asking if he cheated on me, and I'm like, no, he had mental health problems, and other, you know, the problems were severe, and so I couldn't be with him in the end. And, you know, something else that happened. And so, you know, this guy lives in Peru. So, you know, but it's like you want to know my age, birth certificate age, I wasn't telling him that. You know. So, you know, he's asking me all these things like, are you a virgin and all the rest of it? And what do I think of masturbation? You know, it's like ridiculous. Oh, dearie me. He's trying to video chat with me loads as well. But, you know, he's then saying, but I respect the way you think, Sandra. There were just some doubts I had about it, but it's okay. You already answered them. See? He's doubting that I am asexual. It's ridiculous. And I don't like sex. Absolutely. But Sandra, I just wanted to know how you felt about it. Now I do. You're a very sweet girl, Sandra, and I love that from you. Always remember that. I have been educating people about asexuality on my channel since 2015. If you like me that much as you claim to do and were really serious about a relationship, then you would have been watching that channel and supporting it. My last boyfriend used to watch my channel, and share my videos all the time. He was proud to be with an asexual who did not like sex. He used to watch me live and join in the conversation and was proud to be with me, despite the fact he was not asexual, was only 23. You know, we would kiss for hours and me keep my clothes on. And he wouldn't not do anything I didn't want him to do. He was respectful. And, you know, he's more adult than this guy. This guy's 28. My ex-boyfriend, last one, was only 23. He was younger than you. Now, I put, no woman wants a guy who is like this. Even some sexual women want to know far more about a guy and his heart and soul, not his dick. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And he's, okay, Sandra, easy. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I understand your sexual orientation. Asexuals are very different to each other too. I love to kiss deeply, and many asexuals do not. I love to sit on my guy's lap, but with clothes on. Most asexuals don't. And he's going, do you forgive me, Sandra? And I don't like nudity. Many asexuals are okay with being naked. I am different. He's going, oh, I see. I didn't know that. I put, most of us don't want or get the urge for sex. I can still get aroused by kissing, but I never want sex. I just love to kiss, nothing else. Arousal is not the same as sexual attraction or wanting sex, but heterosexuals think it is the same thing. And he's put, okay, Sandra, no problem. Like, we would kiss deeply, that is it. And then he's asking, do you feel excited when kissing someone? I'm like, I can't just kiss anyone. And he's like, please forgive me. It was not my intention to hurt you. I love you, Sandra, my beautiful British princess. This is what he calls me. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like we're together. And he's going, oh, I love you. You are so beautiful, Sandra. It must be like being in heaven to kiss you. And I put, of course it is. But if you get the pleasure of that. And he's going, I will, baby. I'm like, you know what the guys are like. They think you're all theirs. It's like, no, I'm not yours. I'm not anyone's. You know what I mean? I will visit my princess someday. We will walk around there to know the city. And I put, yeah, well, actions speak louder than words, so we'll see. I might have a life partner by then anyhow. I hope not. Like, this is what they said. I hope not. I showed my friends your pictures. They said you look so hot and sexy, but I told them you are asexual. And I put, yes, I had a guy a few days ago tell me how hot and sexy I looked. And he told me outrightly in a message that he's looking for a girlfriend, and he was the looks I like and hot himself, but in an aesthetic way, not I want to have sex with you way, which is a huge difference between asexuals and heterosexuals, you know? If I say guy's hot, it's because I want to kiss him and I love his face, not his body. So I put, I never actually look at, I said I want, you know, even with guys I've loved in the past, I never actually looked at them and thought I want sex. Most sexual guys cannot be kissed by me for more than 5 minutes and they want sex, and I'm not interested in that. One guy, I'm reading from my iPad, you know, Facebook. One guy I dated last year, though, one night he kissed me for 3 or 4 hours for most of the night without sex. It's great, but he was no good for me, so I didn't see him again. He smoked and he was not interested, serious about me, so I let him go. I can get a better guy for me. And he's going, I see that everyone wants to have hard sex with you. You know, I didn't use the word hard. This is his words, not mine. I put the highly sexual guys always get attracted to me, which is true. And then he's saying, you look really hot, Sandra. Any man in the world would have sex with you. No doubt of that. Your body is very attractive, despite the fact you're older. Well, he started being a bit rude, saying, oh, you're this or that, because he wanted to test me out. I'm like, well, actually, I'm not old. Did you know young guys love sex with older girls like you? You know? That's what I know, you see. That it's easy for me to get a sexual guy that's younger, really easy. But when it's asexual guy, it's so much harder. I put, yes, I know. I can easily get that. I dated a 21-year-old a few years ago. Best kiss I had, and he wanted sex at the end of the night. I said no. And he's going, yeah, baby, you are so hot. I put, he then said, you can be my girlfriend, and then I can have sex with other women. And I said, no, I am monogamous. I deserve the best guy for me who is faithful without sex. He's going, you see, everyone wish your body a lot. And I'm like, I know, I can easily get a guy for sex. I have sex every day with different guys if I wanted. I hate sex and I'm not interested in it. And, you know, he goes, oh, be careful because some guys could do stuff to you that you don't like, basically, and they can't resist you. I said, I don't put myself in that position. I don't kiss many guys or date many at all. Do you know what I mean? And then when I said about I could have sex every day with different guys if I wanted, but I hate sex, not interested, he's going, yeah, baby, it would be incredible. It's like he's really not getting it, is he? He's really not getting the fact that I don't want sex, that I hate sex. You know? And I put, if I say no, I mean no. And he's going, you would slap them. Thinking, yeah. Tell him to get out of the way. Get lost. You know, and so you know, I put, why don't you just get another girlfriend? You know, why don't you get a girlfriend who loves sex as much as you? And he put, I had one, but it was not okay. And I put, why? And he goes, we lived far apart and we were busy. I want quiet now, tranquility and rest. It's like, I put, you love sex. Why deny yourself that when you have so many women you are friends with online and could easily get sex? Because I love you, Sandra. You're my best fantasy. A great girl. Send me a selfie, please. I'm like, do you know what I mean? It's like, he's so sexual. And I'm like, no, I'm not a sex girl. And I know I'm your fantasy, not reality. Your reality. I am many guys' fantasy, but I don't live the way they expect a girl to. And then they are not happy as they did not listen to me in the first place. I'm not quiet. I love noise. There is no quiet life with me. I'm an extrovert and I work a lot of hours. No desire to travel. Dancing around my room at 3 a.m. in the morning when a guy wants to sleep. Love high octane energy stuff. Most younger guys are too old for me. Which is true, they are. Whoa, anybody would love to enjoy your body. Did I say anything about my body in there? No. I didn't say anything about my body. He's still going on about my body. Anybody would love to enjoy your body. I bet they want to put their feet up. I'm still talking about. So he's on about basically my body and sex, and I'm there trying to say, you know, that a guy is not suitable for me because even if he's young, he's usually too old for me, right? Because, you know, he just wants to sit and put his feet up in life, and I'm not that type of girl. And they want to put their feet up, watch TV, expect me to cook and clean for them, and I won't do that. Yes, they're interested in my body just like you, and not me. And are not strong enough for me in this way. Then he starts asking me about masturbation. So I said, I think a sexual guy who is in a relationship with an asexual should do that with himself instead of having sex, if he needs to release and cannot release through kissing alone. Which obviously he was trying to ask me what I think of masturbation with myself or him. That's what he's on about. But I told him the answer that I meant that he wasn't expecting. And he goes, I see. But what if some guy tells you he's masturbating with your pictures or thinking of you? Is it okay for you? And you can see where this conversation's going, can't you? And I don't like this, but I know it happens. A guy gets turned on by me just messaging him, not even doing anything. I know sexual guys get erections over me. If I was in a relationship with a sexual guy, I would rather him do that thinking of me than other women. But as sex personally repulses me, and I don't like the male anatomy anyway, I don't think it looks nice. It's not something I really want to know about. I'm really sure many of your friends, especially from India, have masturbated with your pictures. You have many hot ones. So it's obvious he's been going around doing that to my pictures. So you're trying to tell me that you've done this. I get it. And yes, I know at least one Indian guy who's done this after messaging me, and I did not say anything sexual to him. And he's like, whoa, really? Did he tell you that? No, I don't do that, but I know other guys do it. And then he goes on to tell me later that he does. And I put, yes, more than once. He's highly sexual. And thank God he got married to a highly sexual woman. Now he leaves me alone. He goes, oh, guys often do it. I said, yeah, overwhelming women on the internet. They like porn too. I hate that. So you think it's okay if a man masturbate with you? I'm like, no, not in front of me. Okay, but is it okay if they imagine you? If they're on my boyfriend, if they're married or have a girlfriend, they should think of them. Okay, friend, I didn't masturbate with your pictures. I respect you. And he goes, you would block me and consider me a pervert. And I'm like, well, why do you think Indian guys would do that? Because I saw on the internet they was looking for sex. But I'm attracted to Indian guys the most too. But they are asexual Indian guys. Just can't find many in the UK. And he's like, what if it wasn't your boyfriend? About mass, I said, away from me, not in front of me. If he's my boyfriend and needs to relieve himself, but I would want to kiss him for hours and enjoy it, not my. You know what I mean? He's like, what if it's not my boyfriend? He said, well, I did it once. He's talking about over me, and I'm like, I hope you do not mind. I'm like, I am sure you did it more than once. And he's like, how did you know? I said, I know I'm your sexual fantasy. You felt that way about me for years. And then he starts, oh God, he starts going, yeah, baby, you are so fucking hot. I masturbated with your many pictures. Oh, you are amazing, Sandra. It's just like, oh my God, this guy is so sexual. Yeah. Then he goes on to talking about my pictures and a picture he came across. And yeah, and can he ask me if he can still keep doing that? Oh my God. I have sexual thoughts for you, but feelings too. I feel affection for you, for the way you are. You're a good girl. You make me feel you're a princess. It's very nice to talk with you, you know, and all the rest of it. And then he starts talking about my fucking sexy body again. It's like, oh, I just hate that language, you know? Why do sexuals even use that word? It's disgusting, you know? So I don't even like that word. You know what I mean? And he's going, I said, well, thanks for letting me know. Clearly, I'm just a sexual fantasy, and you need to be with a highly sexual woman who can make your fantasy a reality. And I can't do that. I need an asexual guy for me. Okay, friend, it's a shame. And I put, yeah, it's a shame you are so sexual and love sexual so much. It's going, I only love Sandra Burmy. And then he starts going, oh, it's disgusting. It's just disgusting what he says. I only love Sandra Burmy. I'd fuck her hard too, but she does not want it, even my love. It's just disgusting. I put, I'm your sexual fantasy, not your true love reality. And no, I do not want to be fucked. And I don't even like that word. It's very disrespectful. Okay, friend, I'm sorry, I will not say it again, but I still admire you because you keep on your thoughts. Then he sent me a picture saying sexy baby, and good night later on. It's like, do you know what I mean? Why are these people like that? They're so sexual. It's just disgusting, It just really, really puts me off sexuals for life, I know not every person's like that in the world, but I mean, crying out loud, that language, it's horrible. He starts talking about my ass as well. Like, guys use language like ass, tits, and stuff like that, and fucking. It's like disgusting. It's like, why are they using these terms? It's so disrespectful to women. It's just like sexual objects, It's like, when I had sex in the past, I never had it hard sex either. My ex was so gentle in that way. He wasn't good the rest of the time. He was horrible. He was very abusive in every other way, but not sexually. He was very, very patient, very, very kind, very, very caring, always put my needs first. My ex of 8.5 years I'm talking about. And he would always stop if I wanted him to stop. He would never, be pushing that really hard so it hurt me. Like sometimes it's painful, but not because he was doing anything, really he shouldn't have been sex-wise. It was just because it hurt, and and he made it at least painful as possible, and he was, like, luckily, like, guys, yeah, well, yeah, I mean, anyway, don't really want to talk about the past sex stuff, but it's like, I hate that, if I was to have sex again, which I don't want ever in my life, but if I was, I'd like it gentle, not some guy shoving it right up me. It's just disgusting. I don't like it anyway. I don't like it. I don't want it ever again in my life anyway. But, it's just like, if I had, I wouldn't want a guy like that. Seriously. I wouldn't want a guy like that. I hate guys like that, They're just disgusting. But he's never actually said, I want to be in a relationship. Like, earlier on, he started going, I want to be in a relationship with you, Whereas he used to, be one of those laugh out loud type immature guys. He's like, speaking to someone like that is pretty disgusting. You could have argued, why didn't I stop speaking to him? Because I want to know what sexual guys' minds are like more, so that I pretty much know what they're like, but I really want to, it's a way of kind of like better knowing this type of thing, even though it's disgusting what he said to me. It's better to know that is what these people are like. It's better. I know you know what they like, but sometimes it's better if it's said in black and white, so I can stay clear of this type of guy, and so I can be aware of what they actually do think, guys, because what they say, like I told you for years, he hasn't really said that much to me, but it all came out tonight. Do you know what I mean? And I know I've been a sexual fantasy of this for years, and you have to understand this. And I, getting to know it more and more, is that a lot of sexual guys, they have sexual fantasies. And if you're a part of that, even if they say they won't have sex with you, and they wouldn't do that with you because they respect you, if they're going on talking about sex and they're highly sexually driven, you can see that it's going to be very difficult to even trust being around a person like that. You just couldn't, And I think it's a damn shame that these guys that like me are sexual, to be honest. I think it's a damn shame, because they're really good looking, some of them, but I just, the language they come out with. I mean, what women? I mean, I guess some sexual women like to have sex hard, don't they? Really, they love it, but I don't. I don't like that at all. It's just it's makes me want to puke. It's just disgusting, and the stuff he's saying is disgusting. I do know that guys masturbate and get aroused by me. It's just like, I've known it from talking to supposed asexual guys sometimes. Do you know what I mean? It's like, crikey. I mean, I can get aroused by talking about kissing. So when he started talking about kissing earlier on with me, like he was more talking about kissing, not sex, that was more, I get aroused when someone talks to me about kissing. My body just automatically does that, and voluntary, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. But, I just like, I could block him, right? But then I'm thinking there's just going to be other guys like him that pop up, and I'd rather kind of know in some ways what these guys are really like, kind of, because I live in my own asexual world. I do cut off from a lot of sexual guys. It's kind of like I do need to know as well, kind of the way their mind thinks. Or not, I don't really already know it really, but it's kind of like keeps it a bit real, you know, and keeps reminding me like, just don't trust all these sexual guys, Sandra, because some of them are just, you know, like really not trustworthy. You know, I think there are trustworthy sexual guys out there, but they're few and far between when it comes to sex stuff, you know? And it's like, clearly, a guy like that could not live without sex. Clearly, that's all he talks about in the end. It's like, you know, and it's like very difficult if you are someone who's asexual and you're seen as hot and sexy. I don't mind being called sexy. I don't mind guys saying I'm hot, but I don't want to have sex with them, you know? And it's just a shame that there's more. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. It's really nice of you. Thank you. You know, it's just a real shame that, you know, got more asexual guys are not pursuing me. You know, I find there are asexual guys that like me, but they're all in other countries usually, never in this country, in the UK, which is so annoying, you know. And there still seems to be, even on asexuality.com, you know, on my own forum thread, you know, like who here is looking for a serious committed relationship, you know. There seems to be, you know, other people that understand it too. Like lots of asexuals say, I want a serious committed relationship, but when it comes to the crux of the matter, they don't. They're not prepared to put the work in, the effort, the time, the pursuing of the relationship. You know, they're not wanting to go that far, because it's, if sex is not that involved, then they're not so bothered. It's like, well, I'm not having sex. What's the rush? What's the need? What's the urgency? What's the momentum? Do you know what I mean? Like sexuals. When sexuals pursue asexual or pursue anyone, they are consistent, persistent, and they don't give up, right? Even though we wish they did sometimes, right? But those type of qualities are good, not the sex and the reason behind it, but the actual qualities of them being consistent, persistent, determined, and don't give up are very good qualities to have if you're pursuing a serious committed relationship. Even without sex, you know, sex doesn't need to be involved, but it just, you know, like the sexual ones are the ones that come really after me, you know, because they're the ones who really, really want a relationship because they really want the sex, really. And I just think it's a shame that there's not that type of energy within asexuals, you know. It's like, where's the energy? Where's the vavum? Where's the, I want to go on a date. I want to like kiss at the end of the date. I want to go to the cinema with her. I want to hold hands. I want to kiss. I want to cuddle. I want to chat to the 8 hours in the morning. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of asexual guy I need. Somebody who wants to chat, cuddle, kiss, you know, be my bestest friend, you know, like really into each other. There are people out there like that. I mean, I've got a friend who I'm meeting tomorrow, an asexual friend. He has got a girlfriend who's much younger than him. And they are so loved up that, like, even though I'll be seeing him tomorrow for like a couple of hours for lunch, he'll be literally texting his girlfriend all the time. Now, I actually, like, normally it would annoy me if people were texting all the time when I was talking to them. But I understand him because I understand he's older than his girlfriend by a significant amount. He's in his 50s, she's in her early 20s, he's in his late 50s. But I like younger guys and he likes younger girls. And I understand the relationship they got. All they want to do is text each other all the time. And because I love that, because it's so young and vibrant and energetic, I don't mind, because obviously I am another woman, you know, even though I'm asexual, I am another woman. I'm another female, you know. I think it's good for her to have him text her to reassure her that he still loves her. He's just seeing me as a mate. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't mind a guy doing that in those circumstances. I would rather him do that with her and her be so happy and him be so happy than me not, you know, saying anything about that, because I don't actually mind it. I think it's so cute, so lovely, because it's two asexuals who are so in love with each other. They need to like be messaging all the time, and I just, you know, I want a guy like that who wants to like message me. I'm not saying 24/7, but but they do it nearly 24/7. You know, I just think that's so wonderful. You know, they're like best friends, true soulmates who just love being in each other's lives every day, even though they don't see each other in person yet. They just really want to be in each other's lives consistently. They want to share ideas, share things to do. They watch movies together, like they sync movies together and watch them online, you know, together, like at the same time they're watching, they join up online. So they're seeing each other and watching a movie together. And I just think, you know, that is so cute, so sweet, so beautiful. you know, and I would love an asexual guy to be like that with me in the future, you know. And I think it's just wonderful, you know, like he's older, she's younger, but they found each other. And I think when you find that true love, it doesn't matter what age difference it is, it doesn't matter what you know, like if one person needs to move, it doesn't matter, like if you're kind of different a little bit, you know, when you meet that person you just click with and they're your soulmate for life, and you just know that they're the right person to be with forever, or you hope that anyway, you know. I just think it's wonderful, you know. He really adores her. She is so beautiful as well. She's got such a beautiful heart, such a beautiful, you know, like she, you know, like she's, I don't get attracted to women, right? But obviously lots of people would think she is beautiful, you know, because she's very, very beautiful. But I'm not attracted to her, if you know what I mean. I'm not attracted to women whatsoever, but she is a very beautiful person for him, you know. So I'll be having lunch with him to a couple of hours tomorrow, and he'll be texting, messaging her all the time, you know. But I'm so happy because it's two asexuals who are so in love, and that's inspirational to me. It's really inspirational. I want it to be inspirational to you. I want you to know that you can get an asexual person for a relationship. I can get one. I just haven't met the right asexual guy yet. The one who really wants to be strong for me, there for me, love me forever, spend the rest of his life with me, you know, really, really wants me in his life in that way. I've got really good friends, but you know, there is a distinct difference between friendship and a romantic relationship. If you're a romantic person, if you're not a romantic person, then there wouldn't be so much difference between it. But you know, if you're a romantic person, you know, like when you're romantic, you know, and you want to kiss and you want to cuddle, and you want, you know, you'll share more intimate stuff with your partner more. I mean, I share a lot with my best friends, you know, a lot, but you know, you'll share even more with that person you're intimate with, you know. And I just think that's wonderful, you know. Yes, it takes work having a relationship. It takes commitment and some sacrifice, and you know, because if you're having a monogamous relationship, right, it means you're going to be with that one person for the rest of your life. So therefore, it's got to be someone who you're friends with, who you're best mates with, who your soulmate is, who you really just love seeing. It's a pleasure to see them. It's wonderful to have them in your life. You feel energized and vibrant and excited to see them. You love speaking to them. You love sharing your life with them. You love going places with them, talking to them as you go to different places, or talking to them, you know, sharing your life and your world and your journey with them, and you grow together and you love together, you know. And I think that's wonderful. I do believe it can happen. I do believe it will happen with me one day, you know. But it's just very frustrating when I get loads of sexual guys that interest me all the time, say I'm hot and sexy, and they're just really interested in having sex with me. I mean, yes, it's flattering they find me hot. Yes, it's flattering they find me sexy, even though a lot of asexuals wouldn't think that. I think it's flattering. I think it's nice they find me so attractive. I mean, literally, I was out shopping. When was I out shopping? Saturday, right? Saturday evening, I was out shopping, and I was literally, I usually mind my own business quite a lot, right? But I noticed there was a car coming this way, and I was walking that way. So we're like crossing over like that, because I was walking that way towards the supermarket. They were coming back this way. And these three guys, they were young. I did look at them because they were younger. And they literally, their heads went from like facing their steering wheel to whip like this, looking at me, all staring at me. So I'm noticing more and more now that guys are really, really attracted to me. And it was nice because a little while ago, a friend, asexual friend, I'm not going to say who it was, said that I am really beautiful, like stunningly beautiful. I'm like, oh right, that's really nice, because I don't, you know, like I don't really think about it, how I look in that way, you know. I like the way I look for me, but I don't, you know, and I know I'm not ugly, but I know I do get quite a lot of guys attracted to me. But I think it's very different when an asexual guy friend says that to you than a sexual person, because a sexual person to me just can like fancy anyone and everyone and just wants the sex, you know. They'll just like, oh, she's beautiful, I love her body, let's connect with 200 women, let's connect with 300 women, oh, they're all beautiful women, oh, I like all their bodies, I like all their breasts, you know. It's very different when a sexual guy says stuff to me about being hot and sexy and all the rest of it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because to me, it means nothing, because I mean nothing to them. I'm just a sex object to them, usually. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really pay attention to that. When an asexual friend say is stunningly beautiful, it's like, wow, it makes my jaw drop. It's like, really? Do you know what I mean? Because it's different. because there's no sex involved, there's no sexual attraction involved. Therefore, to me, it makes me feel beautiful. Do you know what I mean? I feel beautiful. Since that person told me that, I feel a lot better. And I feel like, oh, I must be really, really attractive person then. Not just sexually. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, at the end of the day, I want a guy, like, I know the guy who wants to spend the rest of my life, his life with me and me him. I know he will need to love me for my personality more than anything, more than looks or anything, because looks can change. I don't think mine are going to change that much because I haven't changed that much since being a kid. I mean, I met someone in my old job, I think year before last that was, I think, and they literally remembered me from primary school because I don't in the face, I still look similar. Yeah, I mean, that's since being a little kid. And so it's quite funny sometimes. But do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, if an asexual guy finds me attractive, especially if he's not on the more sexual end of the spectrum, which this guy isn't, then I just love it because I feel beautiful when someone says that to me, because there's no sex involved, no sexual attraction, and therefore I think aesthetically I must look beautiful, and so that makes me feel really happy. And now I'm trying to be more confident and take that on board and take that in. Whereas for years, when sexuals tell me, I just goes in one ear and out the other. I mean, I am grateful for it still and thankful, because when I was younger, I was very underconfident like that. So the more, even though sexuals do say it and they're sexual, I still do appreciate them saying that they find me attractive. Do you know what I mean? Because some asexuals say to me, well, you're really lucky. I don't get anyone saying I'm attractive. You know, you're there moaning or complaining about these sexual guys saying stuff to you, but I would love someone to say that to me, you know? So I have to, you know, after that type of like thing, it makes you think, well, yeah, I'm really happy that guys find me hot and attractive and sexy. It's nice. It's nice they're attracted to me. It feels good, but it doesn't feel as good as it would do an asexual person, because I just think these people, guys, they just love women as sexual objects, and it doesn't matter if it's 200 of them. You know, I'm nothing special. I'm just a sex object to them. That's it. That's all they see me as, pretty much. You know, a lot of these guys that come on the internet, particularly, you know, I mean, this guy has known me. This guy who I told you said all this sexual stuff to me tonight, I've known him, like I said at the beginning of this video, for since, you know, about 2014, I think. So it's not like I haven't known him very long and he's just come and said all this to me. So I do think he probably is attracted to my personality in some ways as well. I don't think it's all sex with him, because when he was saying, I've got sex feelings for you, but I don't just have that. I have feelings of affection for you as well. I feel something for you because I like your personality as well, he's trying to say. But I mean, with him, the sex just overrides everything. But do you know what I mean? So I do believe him on that. I do believe it's more than just, you know, like that. But you know, I just find it much better coming from an asexual guy. You know, when asexual guy, I mean, I do get some asexual guys, even on ASAP. There's this beautiful, beautiful Indian guy that came on there. Not bisexual, actually, not asexual, but he does. I think he's a homosexual biromantic. I think so. He's attracted to guys sexually, but romantically attracted to women. So he's kind of like got the biromantic asexual side to him. Anyway, you know, I told him, I said, you know, he does look really beautiful, you know. I mean, it's just a shame there's not an Indian guy over here for me at the moment, because I seriously love Indian guys. They are so beautiful and hot aesthetically, you know. I'm trying to see where his message was. It was really nice. It was on ASAP, and we haven't spoken since, but he's so beautiful. And so, yeah, where is he? I'm not obviously going to reveal who he is, but I mean, you know, he's just really, really beautiful, and he's very, very good, you know. Yeah, he's put, I'm bi but have a resistance towards sex with females. But yeah, because I put, you know, about you are very aesthetically beautiful guy, so I'm sure you'll find someone. And he put, thanks for the compliment, Sandra, you are beautiful too, both by face and heart. Isn't that nice? I love that. He's very beautiful. So he's 26. I've been talking to another Indian guy, and that's 26, but the other Indian guy is 26. I've been talking to him for longer, but he isn't interested in me, only as a mate. Do you know what I mean? So It's, it's nice to have Indian guys to talk to there. I mean, Indian guys, as you know, is my top aesthetic attraction. I just think Indian guys are so beautiful. I look at them and I think you're so stunningly beautiful. It's beautiful. And I know a lot of other women don't feel the same way, but I do. I think they're so beautiful. Really beautiful. Asexually, so beautiful. But yeah, so I think it's very difficult if you're an asexual who is hot and sexy, because there are other asexuals besides me that are, and you don't want sex. I think that's the most hardest thing if you're very, very sexually attractive to guys, because it's like so frustrating. It's like, I want an asexual guy. I really want to be in a relationship with an asexual guy, and yet the only people that are really in a position to get with me over in the UK even are usually sexual. The guys that are interested in a relationship with me, serious relationship, or dating me, are the guys that are sexual. They just don't want them. They're just no good for me. It can't last, can it? Do you know what I mean? Not because I attract the highly sexual ones. It's not like I'm attracting a sexual guy with a low libido. It's not like that at all. It's like I tend to attract the guys who are sexual, that want sex all the time, that would have sex loads with me if I was that way inclined. Well, if I was that way inclined, great, but I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want it, don't need it, don't like it. I've got better things to be doing with my time. And I do find relationships difficult in the sense that as well, that I get bored very easily. Like, I want to kiss all the time. 3 or 4 hours of kissing is great. I won't get bored with that. But if a guy just wants to go around looking at scenery and stuff, like this guy said to me, I'd love to go around European countries with you, Sandra, and tell you it's like fantasy to him, and go all these places with you. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not that type of girl. I don't want to go traveling and just look at scenery. It bores me to tears. It's not my thing. I would be rather going to theme parks, zoos, aquariums. I'd rather be upside down on a roller coaster and then sat looking at a museum any day. I'm a really young girl. People don't get this about me. When I say I'm young, I mean I'm young. This is the thing, guys want to get into a relationship with me because they find me sexually attractive. They are attracted to my personality as well, but they don't realise the practicalities of it. Like, if I get into a relationship with a guy, say he was sleeping over mine, I don't get to sleep till 3 or 4 in the morning. I work in this room, I sleep in this room. If the guy's sleeping in the bed and I want to work, I'm here. Do you know what I mean? And then before he's woken up. But I tell him, I say, I can't sleep next to someone usually. I can't get to sleep. I love working to the early hours. That's who I am. That's my personality. And they just think, oh, they just don't take it in. They don't listen. And then they get into a relationship and they're like, oh, well, she's keeping awake. I'm like, well, what do you expect? I've told you. There's a hotel down the road. Go and stay there. Do you know what I mean? They've got the option. I'm not forcing them to stay with me. But they seem to think that I'm just going to change magically because I'm in this relationship. And, you know what I mean? I couldn't be having a relationship as well where, like, they just wanted to go and watch TV and stuff with me. I would be bored out of my brain. I'd be like, I want to go and watch a YouTube video to learn how to do something. I want to develop my mind. I want to grow myself. I want to, be blogging or vlogging or doing stuff with my life. That's why I can't actually see myself in a relationship for a long time in that respect, because I'm just so happy being single. I love my life. I can go to sleep when I want. I can be up to the early hours if I want. I have my bed to myself. I don't even like sharing my bed. I just don't like sleeping next to a guy. It's like I like my own space. I don't want to be sat in front of the TV. Just, I don't mind having a movie night with a person or going out to the cinema or doing something, but I would rather sit there chatting about the world, planet, and universe and actually soak up each other's knowledge and learning from each other than sat watching some soap opera for an hour. Do you know what I mean? To me, that's a useless, pointless waste of time. It's like, no, I want to learn stuff in life. I'm here to learn, here to grow, here to develop, here to do stuff. I don't want to live that mediocre life I lived years ago where I go to work, come home, watch the TV, eat food, go to bed. And that's my life. That to me is a miserable existence. I'm not interested in going traveling and just looking at some earth or some trees or some scenery. I know that's not the same for most people. Most people love looking at all their scenery. Yeah, and it's nice for me to see it for a couple of minutes. But I don't need to go abroad just to see some countryside. If I go abroad, it's because I want to go to a theme park. If I go abroad, it's because I want to go out at night. I want to go dancing. Like, come on, let's have some dancing. I want to go to the theatre. I want to go to a theme park. I want to do high octane, high energy, high impact stuff, action taking, not sat sunbathing. And just most people are not like me. They just want to sit and sunbathe, read a book, chill out and do nothing. And I'm like, no, I go on a holiday to do stuff. Then when I come home, I'll probably spend a day in bed getting to some sleep and rest. But when I'm on holiday, I'm action going on. Come on, I want to do this and I want to do that, you know? I haven't been on holiday for a while because I'm not in a financial position to do that at the moment. But if I was, I'd be doing stuff all the time. You know, if I go to London, I go to Shrek Adventureland, I go to the aquarium, I'm out for me, eating meals. I'm out going to like the only museums I like are the Science Museum. I like the Museum of Moving Image in London. So that's like a film museum. Like Harry Potter Studios I've been to, that's amazing. You know, this is the type of stuff I like to do. You know, I don't want to settle down with a guy who's not similar in that way, who just wants to like mill along in life, you know, doing the ordinary stuff. You know, I'm really looking for a guy who's very different like me, someone who really loves to do the same type of things that I love to do and just loves to sit and chat and kiss, you know, sit, chat, kiss, action, do stuff, you know, it's like, you know, and learn from each other. A guy who's into business and personal professional development, that kind of thing, that wants to grow himself, who's consciously aware of himself, you know, like this guy, another sexual guy in my local Poundland shop. And he is so egotistical, right? So he said to me something to me, because I gave him a leaflet, right? Because he said he was interested in having some T-shirts, because he asked me what I did for a job. And I said, I book, you know, I'm a writer and I design T-shirts. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm interested in having some T-shirts. I'm like, well, what do you want? He goes, I don't know. I thought it's just to get my phone number, I think. So anyway, he goes, I'll pop all the details on. Anyway, I had a leaflet that I got some leaflets done for the Asexuality conference last year that I was the speaker at. And with this leaflet, I took one into him. I kept missing him, you know, as in, not missing him, but as in he wasn't in the shop when I had the leaflet on me. And so eventually I gave it to him just recently, a few days ago, and he's like, oh, I haven't had a chance. Like last time I went in there, sadly, he's like, oh, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet because I'm moving. And I'm like, well, where do you live? Do you live in Exeter? He goes, oh yeah, I live just around the corner in near the leisure centre. I'm like, oh, I live near there. And he's like, oh yeah, you're stalking me. I mean, this is how egotistical he is. Like one time he goes, oh, it must be love, he's saying to me. The next time he's going, oh yeah, you just want to be served by me. And then he's now going, oh, yeah, you know, you're stalking me. I'm thinking, no, mate, you fancy me. You're the one who's interested in me. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. You know, it's hard as well, because the more guys talk to me like that and are interested in me, the kind of more I get attracted to them sometimes. It's like, ugh, even though I think he's really egotistical and not a good guy like that. So, you know what I mean? Really, I don't want an egotistical guy. If you have an egotistical guy, right, it's not good for a relationship. They won't be nice, you know, they won't be good to be in a relationship long term. You won't get empathy out of them usually. They're not a conscious person. They won't be able to have this deep soulmate connection with you. It'll all be ego driven. It'll all be how wonderful they are, how great they are and amazing. And actually, he's not that good looking, to be honest. He's not my usual type. You know, and these people that need to ego boost themselves all the time, they're very insecure people, yet they're trying to portray that they're really confident when really they're insecure, because if they were secure in themselves, they wouldn't even need to say anything like that to me. They would, you know, if they were really interested, they just ask me out on a date, or they say nice things to me. They wouldn't need to be ego driven. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people who are ego driven, you got to be careful, because they can, you know, I'm not saying everyone who has an ego is a narcissist, but I'm saying, you know, that is one of the traits of a narcissist. So you do have to be careful with anyone that's got a huge ego. Obviously, some guy could just be really, really fancying me and just trying to use that as a way to make himself heard. You know what I mean? But it's a bad way of doing it. I bought a weight blanket. What's a weight blanket, Heather? Is that to do with exercising? Is that so you can be a hot asexual? Oh, you're not asexual, sorry. But is that so you can be a hot, not asexual person? Oh, dear me. Sorry. But yeah, I'm asexual, hot and sexy asexual. But yeah. So a weight blanket's to do with losing weight, isn't it? Like, as in, is a weight blanket to do with like helping you lose weight? Like you have arm weights for your arms, you have weight, you can have this weight around your stomach, like a weight bag. I don't even know what it's called. But sometimes sleep blanket for anxiety. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I got a completely wrong end of the stick there. Sleep blanket for anxiety. Why is it called a weight blanket then? Oh, right. It's very interesting. I have dressing gown and I put it over my head to sleep like this. So I put my head I sleep with the light on nowadays. Since my guinea pig's been gone. My guinea pigs have been gone out of my home now for over a year. As you know, I've only got one left, not two. And since that time, I sleep with my little light on, my Winnie the Pooh light, all the time. I don't turn it off, like in the dark. I don't like being in the dark. So look it up on Google. Okay, I will do. Look it up on Google. Do you want me to do that now while I'm live on it? No, shall I look it up on my iPad? Look it up on Google. Weight blanket. So, weight blanket. Let me have a look for you. I'm having a look further now at weight blanket on my iPad. You can't even see I'm on an iPad, but this is my iPad. Looks like I'm just looking down. Let me have a look at weight blanket. What does it say? Have some water. Read this before you buy. See if a weighted blanket is right for you. My weighted blanket experience. Number 1 weighted blanket. Anxiety weighted blanket. Amazon. Weighted blanket set. Premium ultra soft removable cover. Weighted mask. I wish I bought one sooner. UK. Doesn't really say what it does. This was to help my daughter sleep well, and it does. Well made and a good price. Would recommend this blanket. Oh, I'm an affiliate for Amazon, by the way. So if anyone who watches this channel wants to get something from Amazon, if I can give you the link, then I can get commission on it. Doesn't cost you anymore. Just thought I'd let you know because I know you like to support this channel. I've actually got my own shop, but I haven't finished putting loads of products on there. So I've got my own Amazon shop. So you can go to my shop on Amazon and buy stuff. I've put asexual stuff on there, actually. Quite a bit of asexual stuff. So I have to put my shop link down below as well. But yeah, so even if you don't purchase anything in my shop, but you purchase something else through my link, so I still get commission on it. You know what I mean? It's free. Doesn't cost you any money. The item's still the same price. So if anyone needs any Amazon products, let me know. I'll just put the link to you in email or Facebook if you're connected to me on Facebook. Depends who's watching. We'll drop it in a comment for you here if you tell me what it is. Yes, I can see. Oh, very interesting. I don't think you can see that. It's too shiny. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I've not heard of one of them before. But yeah, I'll have to have a look. But I'm okay. I put my dressing gown over my head. So every time I sleep, because I have the light on, and then obviously if I've got the little light on, it's harder to sleep with the light on in terms of the light shining. But I've kind of got more used to it now. I'm that used to sleeping with the little light on that I don't even know it's on anymore. It feels like a hug. Oh, that's always good, Heather. I like hugs. Yeah, that's really nice. It should have a little cuddly toy face on it as well. So it's like a cuddly toy. A bit like my you know this is where is it? Taking my dressing gown, you know. You know this is a pillow, do you? I'm putting my dressing gown in front of me. I don't know if you know this is a pillow. Let me demonstrate. So this Mickey Mouse I've got in Disneyland Paris is a pillow. Look at this. This is awesome. Oh, this is like a hug, I tell you. It's a Mickey Mouse hug. Oh man, it's great. And it's great if you want to wear it as a hat as well. You can just practice balancing a Mickey Mouse on your head. I wonder if guys would still find me hot and sexy if they saw me with a Mickey Mouse resting on my head. Maybe I should take a new picture and upload it to Facebook and say, I'm hot and sexy. What do you think? It's hilarious. Actually, I quite like wearing this. It's a good hat, don't you think? Woo! That's quite funny. But yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Do you ever get any guys, Heather, saying you're hot and sexy? I keep getting it all the time. Yeah, I should take a picture of Facebook and say, hey, do I look hot and sexy? Way! Woo woo! but guys find me sexy when I'm not even doing anything. Do you know what I mean? Shall I take it now, live? Like, let me take it live. Let's do a selfie live on you while I'm on YouTube. Let's see if I can do it. And put it on there going, yeah, I'm so hot and sexy. It'll be funny, won't it? Let me do photo. Let me see if I can do this. It's gonna be so funny. Right. Let me see if I can do this. At the moment I've got it switched round to YouTube. That's funny. I don't think I can do it unless I'm on YouTube. Let's do it on YouTube. I'm not even smiling. Look at that. I'm gonna put hot and sexy or what? This is gonna be the funniest YouTube show. Be furky in life. What's furky? I don't know what furky means. Your status should say how funky is that. No, because guys have been saying I'm hot and sexy. So I wanted to see if they think that when I'm wearing this. Hot and sexy or what? I just like, look at my face though. It's not even sexy. It's like going, oh, look at that. I can't do nothing but laugh. Just imagine they get that in their news feed. Oh, I should have shared it all over. I think it's hilarious. Heather, you're friends with me on Facebook. Go and see what it looks like. I just think it's so funny. Shall I do another one? Oh man. I can't swivel it round. How do I swivel it round? Oh yeah, let me swivel it round, baby. Oh, you can see me in the background. I need a timer. There's no timer on here. Oh, that one's even funnier. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it slipped down now. Oh, I've lost my little. Yeah, let me put that one on there as well. Let me do that. Oh my god, so funny. I'll put that one on there. It's hilarious. I put hot and sexy, don't you think? They're gonna be like, why are you saying that if you're asexual? They'll be like, why are you saying the word sexy if you're asexual? I just think it's funny. Yeah, go and look on Facebook now. I've just posted the second one. Look, that's the second one. Oh, I think it's so funny. I'll see what they comment. They'll probably be like, what? Why is Sandra saying about being sexy? I should put this on Twitter. That would be hilarious. They'd be like sharing it. Should I put it on Twitter? It'd be funny. Wouldn't it be funny if it went viral? I haven't got my asexual Twitter account linked to this though. Should I do it anyway? It's gonna be funny. Yeah, check my Facebook, Heather. It'll be really funny. Well, people keep saying I'm hot and sexy. Well, we'll see if they really think so after they see this. Like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I know what I can do. I can tag myself in it with asexualized. If I can get on Twitter, I can't even remember how I can get on Twitter. Oh, there it is. I know what I'll do. I'll tag myself in it, so I'll put my own asexualized handle in it. And I'll put this on Twitter and say retweet if you think I'm sexy. And they'll probably go, oh my God, what the hell is she doing? Shall we just do it for a bit of fun? I've never done anything like this before. It's going to be hilarious. It's just going to be so funny. They're like, what the heck? Let's see if we can do a tweet. Oh, shall I just do open phone settings, tap photos. Oh, I don't think I've got my photographs set up. Access was previously denied. Please grant it from settings. Oh, I think it's because I changed my settings to what I can allow, so I don't think it will let me. Don't think it's going to let me. Let me see if it lets me. Hot and sexy. Don't you think? Let me see. Oh, it's funny. This is going to be so funny, Heather. You'll have to let me know what's going on. Oh, people will be like, why are you doing that? Set Twitter is on, but yeah, it won't let me do it. It won't let me do it. Should I put it on my... It won't let me do it on Twitter. Why won't it let me do it on Twitter? Set a Twitter to on. Open settings. Got it. And it won't let me do it. It won't let me do it on Twitter. Well, that's just ridiculous. Might be because my battery's going low as well. I just think that's really funny. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to, but it says like change the settings on Twitter, but I can't do it. I have to leave it because this is a live stream, so I can't just do it. But yeah, should I put it on my? I'll put it on my asexual page though, my asexualized page, not just my personal page, because this is where I get all the sex guys looking at me on my asexual page because they don't understand that asexual means that I'm asexual. Do you know what I mean? As in, I'm not a sexual person. So let's go and see if I can put it on my pages. Oh, here we go. I got 17 pages on Facebook. Not many. People like, it was really funny because there's this business mentor I started talking to a couple of weeks ago, and he go, oh, we do train courses on how to use Facebook. I'm like, I think I'm okay with that, thanks. I've got like 17 pages. I think I know how to use Facebook, but never mind. Let me put on that on my asexual page. Look, I'm on my asexual page now on Facebook. Let's put it on there because this is where I get all the guys fancying me on. I'll do two. I'm hot and sexy, don't you think? The trouble is, they'll be like, why are you publishing this on your asexual page? But it is quite funny. And then I have to do what happens. I don't think it's come out right. It's not posted. Why is it not posted? Or do I need to refresh it? Maybe I need to refresh it because it's not come out, I don't think. Oh, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you keep telling me I'm sexy and hot, so let's see if you really think that when you see that. Yeah. No, it hasn't showed up. Maybe Facebook has decided to not show it because I put the word sexy in it. Let's try and do it with the second photograph. Oh, hot and sexy, don't you think? Oh, this is so funny. Put question mark. Oh. It's disappeared again. What's going on? Why isn't it coming up? Oh, it's published that one. It's published that one, look. It's so funny. It's published that one. Actually, I'm smiling nicely on that one. The other one I'm really stern on. Should I probably try to do the other one as well? The other one's not so good, I don't think, because it's because I do look a bit like more miserable on it. But let's see what it's like. It's really funny. Hard and sexy, don't you think? I'll put hashtag YouTube. Hashtag YouTube. Oh, dearie me. I have to go and see the episode. You should say, don't you think, look hot and spicy? I know, because they won't know what the word. They won't say about the word. They'll think like, yeah, why am I saying the word sexy? Won't they? But you put YouTube. YouTube hashtag funny. Hashtag episode. Yeah, because they'll be thinking like, what's she using the word sexy for? I need a feeling funny. I'm feeling funny. Feeling crazy, shall I have? Oh, dearie me. That's funny. I put hot and sexy, don't you think? YouTube funny episode. So at least they'll know it's from YouTube because they'll be like, what on earth are you doing? I have to say, that's the best hat I've ever had in my life, don't you think? This has got to be the best hat. I wish it could be Disneyland Paris right now. The only thing I find hot and sexy, really, is going to Disneyland Paris on my own and having a Toy Story room. It looks amazing. Oh, dearie me. Because if you look at that picture, that other one, I'm actually taking a photograph of my YouTube screen, but not with your yeah, they should give me a thumbs up. Are you giving me a thumbs up, are you, Heather? Thank you. Why is it not publishing? It's still, oh, it's taking a while to post it. I think it's got, because I've got low battery. Anyway, we'll see if the guys start liking that and thinking I'm hot and sexy just by looking at that. Because if they do, it's like, what a Heather. I think it should go on Twitter though. I really do. I just think it'd be funny. I'd have to do it for my Mac though. Hashtag laugh out loud. Oh, dearie me. It'd be like so funny if it went on Twitter. I'm sure people would share it on Twitter because that's the type of thing they like. Oh dear, I think I better go now. Anyway, I've had a really funny night. I started off really, really serious. Eat or next. Oh yeah. Actually, I have got some eat or, but I wonder if I can balance an Eeyore. I've got an Eeyore heart pillow that I use a lot. But I don't know if I could actually put an Eeyore on my head. Let's see if I can put an Eeyore on my head. Do you want me to do Eeyore before I go? Let me see if I can put Eeyore on my head. Let's see what Eeyore can I get. Let's see, there's an Eeyore back here. I don't usually put this one near me. It's had his bum against my wall, so he's not so. Oh yeah, baby! Look at this one. Oh, should we do this one too? That'd be so funny. I still hasn't posted this one. It's taken a while to post. Oh, he doesn't like sitting on my head. You think I should do this one as well? He's falling off my head. I don't think he likes me having it in my head up his backside. Oh, dearie me, it's taken a while to post this. Let's do this one for my phone. I'll see if I'll do this one for my phone. Let's see. This is too funny. This is really too funny. I'll put please share with a friend. I'm laughing. I'm loving life far too much. Oh, my camera doesn't always work on my phone. Oh, should I do it on the? You can't even see my face. That's really funny. This is like on YouTube. can see that. It's hilarious. Oh, you can't see it. It's too. Oh, there it is. Hot. They gotta watch my YouTube show. Hot and sexy. Don't you think? I'll put hashtag YouTube show on that one. YouTube. Funny episode. I'm cheering you up on my head that this is great. We should do this more often. This is pure YouTube entertainment here. Oh no, it's gonna be on my newsfeed because I can share it to my newsfeed, this one. It's getting hot in here. You know there's a song that's like it's getting hot in here, so take off all my clothes. It's getting hot in here because EO's on my nose. Yeah, it's getting hot in here because Eeyore's on my nose. It's getting hot in here because Eeyore's on my nose. Oh, dearie me. This is just too much fun. I might do some more funny episodes. And I put it's getting hot in here and Eeyore's on my nose. Let's see if we can do this one. I don't even think I can hold it. I can't see what the heck I'm doing. Help. Oh dear. I can't see what I'm doing. I honestly can't see what the heck I'm doing. I need to swivel the phone around. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm gonna put it's getting hot in here and Eeyore's on my nose, although it looks a bit blurry, the photograph actually. The photograph looks blurry. It's probably got steam. It's probably, mind you, it's steamy from being hot. It's getting hot in here and Eeyore's on my nose. Yeah. And Eeyore's on my nose. I can't even spell Eeyore. How do you spell Eeyore? I've forgotten how you spell Eeyore. Eeyore. I know. On my nose. And he's steaming up. Steaming up. That's why the picture looks steamy. Oh my goodness me. This is very my face is turning red from laughing so much. This is great. Because this is real asexual humour, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's getting hot in here and Eeyore's on my nose and he's steaming. Can't use that. I bet they even don't find it funny. I bet they take it really seriously because you know how serious I usually am. Let's put feeling. Let's put feeling crazy, shall we? Or put feeling funny. Hasn't got a feeling funny. It's got a feeling energized. Feeling super like a superhero. Should I put superhero? Now you're coughing. Oh, bless you, Heather. Feeling goofy, feeling strong, feeling great. Oh, I wanna make up a one. Shall I put makeup? Feeling jolly, feeling beautiful. Oh, feeling beautiful. Shall I put feeling beautiful? It's getting hot in here and Eeyore's on my nose and he's steaming, can't you tell? Endorphin. Yeah, Heather. This is a channel to come for no sex endorphins. I have to bottle it and sell it for like £20,000. Come and get your sex-free endorphins, people. You don't need Viagra. You can just come and watch this channel where she puts cuddly toys on her head. Hello, my name's Eeyore.
and I want to say hello to you. Hello, people. I'm Eeyore and I'm secretly asexual. Didn't you know? Asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction, and I love being asexual. And my master, Sandra Bellamy, is asexual too. I love being asexual. It's so funny. My voice is nearly going. It's really funny. So yeah, just imagine if someone tuned in now and I'm like talking about the title as well. I can't believe he said that. I probably think it's Eeyore. Like, what did Eeyore say? You know? Oh my goodness me! Look at my hair. That's one way to get a blow dry. And it's not the naughty sex type anyway. You should put this on your head once in a while. Look at my hair. It literally looks like it's been blow dried. But I better be careful because this is a hot and sexy video. And any sexual guys watching won't think I've said blow dried. They'll think I say blow job. But you know, if I was getting a blow job, this is the only one I want, which is Eeyore sat on my head. And he blows my hair like that. Not having sex or oral sex. I think I should take some pictures and put them on social media. I think it's quite funny. I'm not sure they'd agree I'm hot and sexy though, with Eeyore stuck on my head or a Mickey Mouse. But hey, we live in hope. Oh, one of my friends has commented on my Facebook photograph. Well, people would definitely notice. I think I should put this as my YouTube thumbnail. Shouldn't I? I should take it off my iPad and put this as my thumbnail for today of my video. Because they'll be like, why on earth is she talking about hot and sexy guy? I mean, being hot and sexy and then putting that on her head. That'll be quite funny. I think that's what I have to do. I have to take it off my, one of them off my, one that I'm smiling, I think. Take the one I'm smiling off my iPad, hook it up to my Mac and put that as my thumbnail for tonight. I think that'll be good. And don't forget, if you buy anything on Heather on Amazon, you can click through an Amazon link of mine. You can even click through my book link down below. If you click through that and buy something else, I can still get commission on it. If you want me to get free commission on the channel, yeah, anyone can click through my book link down below. You don't have to get my book. You can just buy something else. I still get commission on it. It helps to support the channel, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I've had enough fun for tonight. I have to say, it's been one of the most funniest episodes I've ever done. I'm glad you found it funny, Heather. I found it very funny because this episode was very serious in the beginning. And I'm talking about this guy who's saying lots of sex stuff to me, which is pretty disgusting than some of the stuff he's saying to me. But now I'm feeling a whole lot better, actually having some asexual fun instead, without the sex. I'm like, no, you're not having sex, but you got your head stuck up some bum of an Eeyore. Creativity is important in life. I totally agree, Heather. Creativity is very important in life and very important in social media as well. I thought that's really funny that my friend on YouTube, on Facebook, go, at least you'll get noticed. We will get noticed. I want to stick it on Twitter though. I think it'd be so funny. But it's a shame I could stick it on Twitter through my iPad, like put it into my Mac and do it that way. Put it on my asexual thing. But anyway, I'll put it as my thumbnail and people will click on it anyway, just by the thumbnail. They've got to. It's hilarious. Anyway, Heather, oh my God, I could sit here doing this all night. I could put different cuddly toys on my head. But yeah, I think it'll get a bit repetitive. Anyway, it's lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in, Heather. It's been really, really funny. Really, really funny. Good job you told me about the blanket that feels like a hug. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had my Mickey Mouse hugging me, would I? It's really funny. Night, Heather. Night, anyone else who's dropped in. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that great big bell icon to get notified every time I go live like now or post a new video. And because you won't want to miss any more funny bits. And don't forget to share this with a friend or anyone who may find it quite hilarious at the end. I know the first beginning bit's quite serious, and if you're sex repulsed, it might be a bit for you. But you know, I was saying it because I really wanted to show what, you know, it's like you don't already know, but you know what we have to put up with. and what it's really like to be a hot and a sexy asexual, which I think is very difficult, because if you want to kiss, it's like, and you want some physical connection, but you don't want sex, and all you keep getting is people who think you're hot and sexy, who is highly sexual. It's a very annoying and frustrating. But I'm still grateful to them for finding me attractive in the first place. We have to thank the universe and the world and put out lots of love into it. So love you, Heather. Love everyone else who's watching. And embrace your quirky and each other's. Don't forget to hit the bell icons to get notified every time I go live after you subscribe. And hit the thumbs up as well if you like this video. Anyway, lovely to see you, Heather. Take care. Night, everyone. It's night over here in the UK. Take care. Bye. Lots of love. Bye. Thanks for watching.